coming, kids. I'm coming, kids. We got lilac vase all over the house now, which is really nice. 57 degrees. Wow. At 10 of 9 on May 13th, the tide is dropping. T-Rex is pumped. How can you not be pumped? Look at this weather. Oh my goodness. Little altocumulus right there. The water is like a mirror right now, reflecting the color of the sky, which is blue and somewhat hazy. Let's go right to the satellite image this morning. See a thicker cloud off to our west. A little tiny cloud just exiting near Boston. And you see that thin filament of white from Maine down by Cape Cod? There's some smoke in the sky again. We get some smoke issues, nothing like last year so far anyway, hopefully. But you can see the brown on the horizon. And the mooring balls are going in. We got more boats than we had a couple days ago, so a season of transition. And I guess the no wake buoy, I don't see it, but they're honoring the no wake zone now. Thank you, Captain. And there's that altocumulus cloud. Allow me to shut the door. We're gonna do the score. Well, first of all, when we woke up this morning, it was 34 degrees in Beckett, Massachusetts. Wow. Another chilly morning. That's the third morning in a row with temperatures in the 30s. So that part of the long-range forecast from last week worked out, where we talked about cold air coming in and the possibility of low temperatures in the 30s. But what about all that rain we forecast? You didn't get 3 to 5 inches of rain, did you, Martin, on Nantucket? No, you didn't. There was a 0.09 yesterday in Rehoboth, Somerset, Massachusetts. And there was a 0.3 or so in the Green Mountains of Vermont, but that was sort of scattered convection with an upper level low and a weak surface low. Nothing like what the forecast from last Monday had for us. And how about the rainfall here at my house since Wednesday? 0. So the guidance last Monday had us getting 2 to 4 inches of rain from Wednesday to Sunday, with most of it, I said, was going to be on a Thursday last week, and we barely got any on Thursday. It missed to the south. So last week, Wednesday ended up being the wettest day. You know what we're on a streak of here, though? Beautiful Monday and Tuesday. I think this is going to be about the 5th or 6th week in a row where Tuesday is the pick of the week. Not that today looks too bad. This morning, we have a 10-18 high right over us, and it's unusual. Look at this time lapse from my sunrise when we were in the 30s and 40s early. There was actually more wind at sunrise than there is now. That's very unusual. Often when the sun comes up, it mixes the atmosphere, and the heating of the sun causes more of a breeze. But this time, because of the position of the high pressure system, the sun is not working that way. I mean, it will this afternoon. We will get a sea breeze, I'm sure. Here. All right, we've got a crow in a tree. The crows are having their families right now. The crows have their families right when the leaves come out on the trees. They're really smart. And I saw that. And then they tend to quiet down while they're raising their families. And they distract you, so I can almost tell you for certain that there are no crows in that tree, no babies. So you know that, like when on the beach the plovers show up, and if there's a predator nearby, the mother plover pretends she's injured and runs in a different direction of the babies in the nest. Anyhow, something like that. Birds are really smart. So we're going to be interrupting a lot of our forecasts here to bring you bird updates and cat updates. What do you see, Steve? Oh, and peony updates. Oh man, I love the peony. So hope all your moms get the flowers they liked. And you'll always find ants on the top of your peony right there. Oop, Tim, what's going on? Focus, 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 sorry. Yeah, there's an ant in there, trust me. All right, so Tuesdays are the best days of the year. It's been happening. I think the last time there was not a nice Tuesday, it was a snowstorm when we were in Vermont about 6 weeks ago. There you can kind of see some of the smoke in the sky. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes between smoke and cirrus clouds, but if you look at the sun, don't stare at the sun, Tim, you can see that there's haze. And let's go to the smoke forecast, talking about beautiful Tuesdays. So you get some fires burning in Mexico, that smoke should stay south of us, and some fires burning in Canada, that smoke is supposed to stay north and west of us. So I think we're going to have a mostly smoke-free week anyway. Did I show this yet? The 3 to 5 day for Sterling, Massachusetts. Temperature is 75 to 80 today and tomorrow. And then just like clockwork, Mother Nature has rhythm and memory and waves of beautiful Tuesdays. And we've had waves of backdoor fronts on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And there it is. Look at Wednesday. The wind is from the southwest. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then all of a sudden the wind is from the east and the northeast. The temperature, the red line and the blue, the dew point line come together and we're pegged in the 40s and low 50s with rain off and on Wednesday night, Thursday into Friday. Wow. That is a very believable outcome, even though we may not get the amount of rain that the Euro says. The Euro, which was in the doghouse yesterday, is back in the game today because it's coming back to where it was a couple days ago. So let's just go to the Euro here. And we see the high moving off to our east. You got a front coming in from the northwest, and you got a front coming from the south, so kind of a warm front going by today. We're in the warmer air in most of New England tomorrow, some showers north. You got a wave developing off to the south, and then as you come into Wednesday, here come the clouds, and rain's coming at us from both directions, from the north and the south. We're going to have a front that's going to come into northern New England. It's going to kind of decay, and then look at this storm. It doesn't look like a deep storm, but there are quite a few isobars there. So from the east and northeast, windy and wet, especially Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island on Thursday into Friday. Where have we heard that before? Same thing as last week. That storm seems in no hurry to get out of here, and then it kind of does lift out. Looks like slowly on Saturday. I'll take the over on better than this says for Saturday. Maybe a nice warm, almost summertime weekend. Sunday, you get the 58 to 64 thicknesses over us, so it could be near 80 if and when the sun comes out away from the ocean. There's still an onshore breeze there Sunday into Monday, and then look at this storm going through the Great Lakes into Canada and something going off of Florida. Freeze frame right there. Next Tuesday, we're talking about 8 days again because we love to see how these things change. There's a 987 low. Looks like a blizzard there east of Hudson Bay, Canada. A low in that position would pump a lot of warm to almost tropical air into New England. And remember, we were talking about tropical connection here this weekend. Well, it was in the 10-day. Now it's in the sort of 6-day. And that storm off of South Carolina, that looks like a subtropical low down there, doesn't it? And so we would end up really warm and humid with the feel and look of summertime for next Tuesday, which would be fitting, wouldn't it? We're on this streak of beautiful Tuesdays. I hear the cardinals. I hear the sparrows. You want to see the QPF forecast? That is, if all this is right. Why don't I show you the HRR first, the short range for some showers coming across northern New England with a front, mostly a warm front tonight. So it is going to rain in parts of New England tonight, and there from Burlington, Vermont to north of Bangor, Maine. Overnight tonight, we may pick up an inch of rain in spots, and then that starts to press off to the south. Now let's go to the QPF forecast for quantitative precipitation for all of the country here. For the next 240 hours, and you can see the wicked rains in the south. Oh my goodness. And a lot of rain coming across in southern Canada. So almost like 3 stripes of precipitation there, as we're not getting any huge storm, but elements of rain. And it looks like there's enough cold air in the south to really light up the moisture that's down there. So at the end there, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, 5 to 10 inches of rain. And then we come up north into New England. It looks like generally a 2 to 4 inch rainfall over the next 8 days, right? I know, I'll be a monkey's uncle. I am seeing most of your comments, Martin. And the heavier precipitation is just west of you. Block Island looks like it's trying to pick up a few inches of rain in the next 8 days. I know these are really hard to believe, but what else can we do? I mean, we can just give you a general outline. So this looks like it might be a white lilac. We just got this last year. It's a baby. And the pussy willows. Do you know if you put pussy willow in your vase and you don't water them? Not that I did this, but the pussy willows will stay looking like pussy willows right through the whole summer in a vase. Anyhow, yesterday we moved a lot of earth, did a lot of earthworm farming and some planting, and worked in the gardens both in South Dennis and about 3 different yards. And also came back here with some very disappointing news. And I'll give you an update on those boats, who I think they are, and the dinghy. And most of this stuff is dill, this green stuff. So it's all ready to go. And Smells good and everything. A lot of people hate dill because it's such an invasive weed. It just takes over because of the seed. So I'll be thinning that out. But the real sad news is what happened right here. My prize pea should be wrapped up around here right now. What happened to my prize peas? Very sad, very disappointing. It's because we were away. All right, and more, and more, and more. Talk to you tomorrow. No, wait, one more thing, Tim. We're in boating season now, and for the first time in 193 days since November, it's the first day with no lift serve skiing in New England since Thursday, November 6th, was it? 193 days ago. Look at those bumps on Superstar. But they're operating Friday through Sunday and including Memorial Day Monday for the rest of the that snow there, that glacier they've built. So Killington, congratulations on another outstanding ski season. Oh, cumulus. Cumulus. More, 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 more. Oh yeah, and that Bruins wave. That Bruins wave. What a rugged wave it is. Bruins were handling it well. Sometimes waves get interfered with by outside sources that are not part of the game. Although I guess the ref is part of the game. That was a tough one last night. Here's Sunday, Mother's Day. And baby oaks on the ground. It's the gall wasp. Lays its eggs in there and they bore their way out. And that's where you get the tips of the oaks. Red oak, not white oak, from what I understand. Is that right, Peter? Oaks are taking a beating. Peter Wild is my tree guy. Given's doing his morning routine. T-Rex is helping, or maybe not helping. Mother's Day in the hood, Cape Cod hood. Doing some yard workout. Looks like John Richards engineering here. And so we're adding some more worm chow. So now we've got worm chow from the Richards household, from the Grimacens household, Kelly's household, Andrew's household. This is the good stuff right here. I think I remember when this rhododendron was planted. Could step over it 45 years ago. Anyhow, this contraption, well constructed. I mean, I'm carrying some heavy loads. Look at that, it's even got a little handle there. So you can distribute your warm chow product up the road. And there it is, decaying for ages. So it's supplement to an ongoing. Gorgeous stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy, and John, and Jenna, and John. Feed the birds in the gardens. Some blue sky. Steve Dozen, Shrewsbury, just sent me an image. Looks more like a snow flurry kind of sky than a rain shower kind of sky. And this was the day we thought we might be seeing some snow in the tops of our mountains, but instead, all the energy missed for the most part to the west and the south and the east. We're on the east side of an upper level low, which is usually more active than this. No sun shower today. So Angela, I got this little part ready for you if you want to start it. And we found some leftovers, some potatoes. So Jeff, you can take care of these. Put them in there, whatever you want to do with them. Oh, I just broke it off. Sorry.
Red ones are hardy. Look at that sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's two potato plants right there. Look at the tops on those things.
Plant, 3 potato plant, 4. Yep. In and under this tarp is the best worm area. Yeah, baby. She's beautiful. I'm just gonna leave that there. You guys can have those worms. And also right underneath there is great in there. All right, that's it for our Sunday. How about an oak tree? Anybody want to grow an oak tree? There it is. Here you go. I said for Peter Hecking and Jeff Eldridge. Have that oak tree. All right. Nice cloud, huh? I think I saw 2 eagles up there earlier. How they were flying. All right, let's go back north now. See what kind of clouds we can encounter. Definitely fun clouds. There's one making a cap. Wind blows over the top of the cloud, puts a cap on top of it. Some convection. All right, I'll try and hang up and drive and just see how it goes when we get to Weymouth. Classic Sunday evening traffic. Right as soon as you go by Norwell. This happens like all the time. Worse than a Monday morning, I think. Right lane is a little faster. Back to the land of pretty trees. There's pretty trees everywhere. But they're definitely greener. There's some white lilac T-Rex. The white lilac. Pretty. Yeah, we get off that road. So those are maples. Those white pines. How about the oaks?
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by DraftKings Fantasy Sports.
That looks like an oak up there going around a cord pond right now. So the oaks are still a few days ahead up here. The pond is really nice. Right down there. All right, we made it home. No problem. Close to 60 degrees, 6:42. The last shot for Mother's Day. Steve was just meowing. He doesn't go out very much when I'm not here. Come on out. And no big shakes. Very little wind. What is going on over there? Is that a skiff? It's a tiny little skiff. He salvaged it? Come on. I don't know the story, but there's another boat. I think that's Christian's sailboat. And that's Leif. Well, I probably already mentioned all that, didn't I? And there's a hole in the clouds with some crepuscular rays showing through. That crepuscular means of twilight, I believe, or evening or something like that. Anyhow, it's the sunlight coming through a hole in the clouds and illuminating the particulate matter that is always suspended in the air. Very disturbing. That pea should be up to the 2nd rung by now. Something ate it. His peas have been cut more than in half. It's not the deer. It's that guy right there. The rabbit. Bummer. It cost me about a week's worth of peas. Very peaceful. Just play it out with some piano and a time lapse of the day. Oh, man, you want to get in here too? Come on out. Yeah. Oh, all right. I know you want to come out.